everybody. How are you doing this fine and wonderful evening? I know I just screamed in your ears like that. Anyways, I am Brett Effect, going to be your caster for this evening, and we are going to be watching some amazing 8v8 action that is about to roll on down. It's going to be amazing. Got to switch this around though first. ESF is on the blue team. Yes, they are. Alright, so it's going to be ESF versus Ace. This is going to be round number 4 of the Transatlantic Invitational. And we are about to get started here on Siege of Shanghai. Best of 1 map. This is going to be by tickets. So basically, wow, that is really loud to me. Is that really loud to you guys? That sounds like just like wham. Really loud to me. Anyways, it is going to be decided by tickets, so whoever has the most amount of tickets at the end of the day is going to be the one who actually takes the win for the map itself. Tickets are going to be pretty important round by round, and we'll see if these squads are going to be able to knock it out of the park or not. This is going to be on Siege of Shanghai, so we will be seeing 1 little bird and 1 tank per team. Little birds are going to be extremely important here, guys. So definitely looking for who is going to be able to control the skies. It doesn't mean it's going to be a guaranteed win, but it is definitely going to help. So you can see right there we are going to be having, it looks like that first engagement, which is going to be going off. ESF trying to do some damage, but they do not have the height advantage. Beautiful job there, as the Z11 will be able to take him down. That is actually pretty big deal right there, as most consider the Z11 to be the most difficult of the 2 choppers to end up running. So here we go with the actual burns that are going to be going down. C and A going to their respective teams all at the same time. Lucas is going to be back up with, what is that? What is that? He is using an SKS. All right. I can honestly say I do not remember ever seeing an SKS being used with an optic like that on it. But you know what? Hey, maybe he's going to be able to do some work with it. He is going to be throwing down a couple of slams down in the bottom. Try and flush that out. Crispy is going to be up top too. See if they can try and take down this little bird. Oh, takes almost a rocket to the face, as that is never going to be a good thing. And we are going to be seeing him, failing miserably there, as he does end up getting picked up. Elemi and I'm going to actually who that is. Yozi is going to be down here. Nice little rocket kill there to the face, as one does come up in the elevator. Still nobody able to take them down just yet, but they're not really able to do much of anything at all here. And, is that the money shot? It was not. Will end up getting taken down eventually. Very close, though, in order to try and make that happen, but not going to be the case. B-site still going to be in the favor, though, of ESF. So, I mean, you know, they did lose that air fight, which their helichopper should be coming up here pretty soon. Yep, it is going to be up right now. So, I mean, that's really not a loss whatsoever. I mean, this is really fantastic play here from ESF. Crispy, though, is in basically a rock and a hard place. Does get run over quite nastily right there and then. But we do see a push coming in over here onto that alpha side. The tank has gone down, so this is going to be losing a lot of pressure here over onto A. Wentall is trying to survive as he spots out one going in through the Jeep. Not going to be able to take him down. PTFO now. I think he's going to be the lone man pretty much on top of this alpha side to try and hold this down. We'll be able to pick up 1, yes, and 2. Can he make it a 3rd? He looks up for the G18. Oh my god, the man, can he make it happen? Oh, so close. Not going to be the case, though. Will end up going down, as now we do have the rest of the ESF sitting back up over onto that Bravo side. We do see another push coming onto C. Now, this is one of the reasons why you really, really, really want to own that B side, especially if you're the Chinese team. If you're the Chinese team, it is so much easier to win this map if you can own that Bravo side, because you don't have to worry about those drops coming in on your own gaming flag. That C site is notorious for having players sitting up on top and just basically camping it out. So right now we are going to be seeing pretty much standard play across the board. Still kind of curious, though, to see that B site hasn't been taken over yet, especially since the chopper has gone down once again for ESF, and I don't even know what this tank player here for Ace is doing right now. Down to 33, was disabled there for a little bit, but ESF is just pretty much slamming him with everything that they got. He hasn't been able to do much work here, maybe 1 kill, that's about it. But really, not really a whole lot. He needs to go ahead and just back out, make sure he can get healed up as quickly as possible. Does look like the chopper is going to be back up as well. Excuse me. As the tank And this does give, well, this does give ESF an opportunity to go for a potential 2-cap once again. Beastie is going to be looking out for players down below. There is going to be a guy setting up on top, so he's definitely going to be waiting for those drops to come on down. Once again, fantastic play coming out for ESF. Beastie will be able to pick up day. And he is just looking around for those last couple of players. Don't think that there's anybody actually left. No, there is not. As we will be seeing the air battle now transferring back over to ESF. There's the tank that's trying to go down to do some damage. Ace is going to go ahead, spawn a whole bunch of players back, try and deal with it. Nice mobility hit going in. Could potentially be taking it down right here and now. Yes, fantastic job there. Gets 2 kills as well. So really doing a great job in terms of just keeping the armor down. And for the most part, keeping the air down as well. Did have that slight little mishap, but we'll see if we're going to be seeing the armor taking a bit of damage, and it does. So yeah, Ace is going to have to go ahead and back on up their tank. I would really like to see the tank playing a little bit more passive, actually inside. That is right, inside the C side. Just because you do have those infantry players that you do have to kind of worry about, but you don't have to worry about the air whatsoever at all. So it's a little bit easier, in my opinion, to hold it from that position. You blow out the bottom, especially where escalators are. You blow out the bottom right there. Make sure that you can go up in the showroom. Gives you a little bit more room to kind of run around. But right now, does look like Wintop will be able to clean out the C site. Should be able to win this back. Oh no, but we do see a big push coming on in, so that's not going to be happening too long. Air battle once again going to go into the favor of Ace. And they have managed to keep their tank up and alive. So at the moment, ESF is really struggling to really keep any other flag other than that B site, which a double gimme on this map is extremely doable. You know, this is I would say out of all of the maps, probably this map and Zavad, you'll see double gimmies the most on. But Crispy is going to be down below here onto that C side. Not going to be able to spot anybody out just yet. And they might actually be going for a dead spawn, and he is. So curious to see where they're going to go. Probably over here to that Bravo side. We do have Chestar Mo down below the sites here. And he's just going to go ahead and bail off. They're giving up on this B side, it looks like. I'm very curious to see that happening. As Mo is going to be able to survive, so the chopper completely missing out there on an opportunity to clean up everything over there onto that B site. Tank is going to go ahead, respawn back onto that Alpha flag. Excuse me. As we do have Wintop still going to be up and alive here onto this Charlie site. Not really finding too much out just yet. And we do see that slowly but surely starting to tick down into the favor here of Ace. As Wintop's going to be able to spot out 2 of them. But, oh, PTFO doing a fantastic job. He does clean up the rest of them. If you saw there at the top of your screen, was able to do a massive amount of damage as Wintop, basically the decoy there. And now PTFO is pretty much all by himself. We'll be able to wait for a couple of spawns to come on in. Looks like we have more and more spawns coming in from Ace as they're trying to figure out where exactly he is at. Spotting out 1. There you go. We'll be able to find him onto escalators. Fantastic pick. Spots out another one across the way. You know, right now, ESF does need to be careful. I mean, they do have that slight little lead here, but they are kind of in trouble of losing out to a 3-cap. Although B-site is flashing, so we might just be seeing the rest of Ace just giving up onto these outer flags and trying to push in more towards the center site. We do see Day, though, back up and alive here onto that B flag. So it looks like they have managed to get a couple of players there onto that B flag. Maybe some dead spawns, not too sure. But they did leave A completely alone. Probably one of the worst positions that you can be on as an infantry player, staring at the column. He's pretty scared. Doesn't really want to give away his position there, as we are going to be seeing a couple of rockets now flying the way here of the tank. Well, eventually we would. Alright, so double gimme back in the favor here of ESF, as well as the air dominance. So they're definitely going to be happy about that. Staved off what could have been a all-cap. Definitely was looking rough there for a while. Elemi is going to go ahead, bounce on down below. Probably going to try and get into those elevators to have that high ground position. Clear it out with that little bird. Mintalk going to be up above as well, inside that B site. A little bit of shaky aim there, but not too bad. We'll eventually get the kill. And I think they should be able to clear out this B site fairly easily here. Was that the last guy that was actually down below? I think it was. Nope, no, we do have two more. We do have GH15 and company trying to do some work. We'll be able to spot out one more. Nice pickup there onto Crispy. But he is now the lone gunman up top. Will he be able to get some spawns? It looks like we do at the last second. Still trying to hold on to this B site, as they are now looking to get triple capped here in just a few moments. These teams really struggling here just to hold any kind of dominant positioning in terms of a 2-cap. ESF having that most luck at the very beginning. Finally, we do see the Little Bird doing a little bit of work, as I'm kind of surprised that the Little Bird has been as passive as it was. And I'm not sure if he's been hit by a couple of rockets or what the deal is, but really hasn't been as aggressive on top of this position as we normally see them going for. And it does look like Ace is going to have just one man down below, try and clean that up. Elemy does end up going down to the tank. Crispy reinforcing this position. Excuse me. Now, I do like the fact that we do see ESF pushing in for this third flag with this one player. It does keep the other team honest. They have to make sure that they have somebody back here in order to deal with this. I don't think that we should be seeing too much pressure being put here onto that C flag. Just keep this 2-flag burn. Nice pick up there with the rocket, though. Just keep this 2-flag burn and just burn those tickets down. You got 171 tickets right now to 53. So a really good lead, actually, going down for this team. And Crispy is going to be able to cancel out that burn, so really good job there onto his part. We do see Elemy and company trying to go ahead, spawn trap the Little Bird. That's going to be trying to come out. Should be able to get some nice damage on him. Looks like we are going to be able to expend a lot of time, actually, that could be used for burning another flag, and it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Oh, but he's down to about 8 health. Will end up going down, so the Z11 surviving there. Had 2 reps on both sides to try and make that happen. Now, here's the thing. We have 26 tickets left. They need to bomb a flag now. If I was Ace, I'd go over here to this alpha site, drop in as many players as I possibly could, at least a full squad, get that burn as fast as possible, and try and hold this double gimme. I do not like the fact that the tank is playing aggressive here. They need to make sure that they burn some of these tickets off, and this, I don't know, unless he's guaranteed a kill, I don't think this is going to be the smart move. 52 health left, 12, but we do see a back shots coming in right now onto the Ace tank, as well as more players spawning back in. So, let's see if that's going to be able to actually survive here. Elemy is going to go down eventually, I believe. Yeah. So, while that was a fantastic play, they're going for the alpha. There's nobody back here on C in order to defend, and they weren't able to get that burn fast enough. It was actually really, really close. But 167 to 0 will be your first round ending. So yeah, really, really good job there from ESF. It looked a little bleak there for a few seconds, but ultimately, really nothing there to worry about. Oops, I think I actually... No, we got it right. Yeah. Alright, so now we are going to be switching servers. So, bam! Beautiful splash screen right there. Hopefully I did save the correct server. Ha ha ha. And it doesn't look like it did. Alright. See if we can find this server here, guys. Do apologize. Hopefully this is going to be the right one. Ah, that is not the right one. There we go. Oh, life of a split server. Gotta love it. Alright, so ESF looking really, really good there. To be honest, they've been looking good pretty much this whole tournament so far. They did go 2-0 versus Exodus, 2-0 versus Commando, 2-0 versus Hyper. I actually did cast that game earlier last week. I believe it was on Thursday. And then looking like they may be able to go a 2-0 versus ESF, which, I mean, hey, by round 4, if you're completely undefeated, can't really complain about that. I think the only team that's actually undefeated at the moment is Uranus Gaming. Yes. Excuse me. Which Uranus Gaming versus ESF should be going down the 29th, which I believe is going to be on Thursday. Might be that might be a map that we'll actually try and cast. Will be on Zavod of all maps. Yeah. Not the favorite. Won't lie. Alright, so we are in the Sueva. So yeah, we are going to be seeing Zavod for that Uran versus ESF game. May try and cast that one. Not too sure if we're going to get a chance to. Really all comes down to scheduling there. And then, of course, there's actually only 3 more rounds left in the series. So we do have round 5, 6, and 7 before we head on in to the bracket play, which will take the top 4 teams and move on into a lower bracket. They'll be facing off against each other, I believe, on the 16th. Oh, no, I'm sorry, on the 15th. And we will see the winner of that whole bracket play end up going up against the winner of the European bracket. We'll see a true winner, Europe versus the Americas. Who is going to be able to come out on top? Sorry about the cough here, guys. Hopefully it doesn't affect us too much for the rest of the cast, but not going to be promising anything there. All right, one more player from Ace, and we should get this thing a-rolling. Thank you guys for showing up once again. If you guys want to follow along on our Twitters, make sure you catch every match that we're going to be casting. Make sure you do so at Twitch, or I'm sorry, not Twitch. At Auzom_GG. That's AUZOM_GG. You can also follow me at BrettFX. I will be casting the Americas for the playoffs for sure. So if you guys want to check out those games, definitely can tune in then. And then, of course, follow the channel, twitch.tv/Auzom_GG. And make sure that you will be able to get those notifications as to when we do go live and all that other kind of good stuff. Alright, so we will have a double restart coming in. And we should be going live. Everybody is in the Sueva. There we go. So, once again, this is going to be a best of 1 series, which means that we absolutely have to have Ace Esports taking this next round by 168 tickets or more in order to take the win. So this is going to be a pretty hard task, to be completely honest. And while I want to believe in these teams, that's a pretty difficult task. So we're going to go ahead and set this up so we can watch those little birds coming out of spawn. Oh my god, I cannot wait until I get the new spectator mode for Battlefield 1. It's going to be so much better. I have had the opportunity to actually use the spectator mode, and it is good. It is fantastic. Definitely looking forward to that for Battlefield 1. Going to be having some really cool tools involved in that spectator mode. Outlines of players. Going to be able to select players a lot easier. Movement around the map in free cam is going to be so much easier. Static cameras where they actually need to be. I mean, it's just going to be so much better. So enough about that. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the game here, as we are going to get started in 1 second. There it goes. Once again, Little Birds should be pretty important within the game, but as you saw in the last match, ESF was actually able to take the win without owning the skies for probably about 70% of the time. So we'll see if that's going to be a case this time, if we're just going to have basically people on flag being able to just run out that power. The Little Bird's going to be going at each other here in just a few seconds. That Z11 did win out in that last map. We'll see if it's going to be the case here this time. So those Little Birds are going to be going up. There we do have the drops going in for both teams. Z11 is going to go down. So we do have Ace winning out once again in the Little Bird fight. As you can see, getting those 2 kills there first on the board with all of those spawns coming in as well. They will be able to own out onto that Bravo site, as well as getting control of Alpha. So a fantastic start coming in right from the beginning, and ESF now going to be waiting in for their teammates to go ahead and position themselves, trying to just go ahead and get a leg up or a push coming in onto that B site. I do like what Cheshire Mo is actually doing here with going in, but oh, look at this. We do see a big push coming in now onto the Bravo site, and we do have an engineer kit coming out. Should be able to do a lot of damage. There's the tank coming in for Ace, and he is going to get a couple of shots coming in from behind, so he needs to be careful. Could actually be throwing away his armor for just about nothing. 28 health, and he does die. Does the armor survive here for ESF? It does, and almost at 100 health. So a really bad play, I would have to say, from Ace. They had that 2 flag burn. They didn't need to pressure this. You know, sometimes teams are a little bit too aggressive here, guys. And you just need to kind of play it a little bit more calm. And you can see there with that massive aggression that was coming out, they do lose control of that Bravo side. Ace wasn't really able to do much there in terms of the Little Bird. We are going to be seeing him trying to go ahead and get the first couple of shots in on him. And they are going to be able to stay 100 health up for the time being. But again, ESF has such a huge lead that they really need to start focusing. I mean, this is 2 guys in the Little Bird. That means that you only have 6 guys actually running around on the ground to cap those flags. So this is a really big deal here. C-Site is going to be going back and forth in terms of the caps. I'm sorry, that was A. That was still going to be flashing. As ESF going to go ahead, switch on in towards that Alpha Bravo cap radius. C will go ahead, belong to Ace, but honestly, Ace really doesn't have a whole lot there. You see Little Birds here going back and forth. Ace once again will be able to win out in that Little Bird fight, but they're not winning out in terms of the flag battles. Lucas trying to come on in here, finish this out. Oh my god, he misses him! How do you miss him? Oh, must be completely blind there. That's not the case here, guys. You can see so much as a spectator as instead of a player, because you get so much tunnel vision going on when you are a player, so it's actually pretty difficult. So you can't knock them too awful much, as we will be seeing things that they just absolutely don't. So Ace right now is going to go ahead, set on in onto that B site, see if they can get a couple of frags. Nice pickup there. We'll be able to take down at least one. Gets a couple of shots in onto the second one as well, as his teammate will be able to clean that up. B site now will be going into their favor. But again, I mean, so many tickets there that they could be up at the moment on. Oh, that was a little bit of a team kill there. That's not good. So maybe you can just see the desperation coming out right now as Ace getting team kills on top of the B point at the last time that you ever want to get team kills. 206 to 209. Remember, that magical number of 167 is fast approaching. And Windtaw is going to be able to do a little bit of damage there from the top. And honestly, Windtaw is doing a fantastic job just harassing onto this B site. We do see a switch coming over here onto that C flag as well. Ace now going to be making up their tank onto that Alpha flag. I think we have, yeah, we do. So we do have John sitting down in the bottom side of Alpha. Really like this positioning. Really forces the opponent tank into an awkward spot. Doesn't have a rep though down here. His rep is going to be up on top of the building. So if we do see a massive infantry push, this is going to be a bit of an awkward spot for him, as it will switch around. John looks like he's going to go ahead, position himself up top. We'll be able to spot out at least one of those infantry players. That's going to be a pretty easy kill right there. Oh my god, how do you miss that, John? Splash damage, Ken. Come on. Will not be able to get that final shot as he's trying to position himself. There he goes. Finally, we'll be able to get that kill. But it does look like the tank did end up going down there for Ace, as we do see the little bird coming on in, try and help and get a couple of those frags. PTFO now up top, as we do see the air battles going into the favor here of ESF. And this is pretty much just a shooting gallery up on top of that Bravo site. Not really much that Ace can do, as we are now 166, so they have officially lost the map. But pretty much the only thing that they're playing for now is just overall map score. So if we do end up going into some sort of a weird tiebreaker where these guys are vying for one of the lower spots going in towards the playoffs, then that could actually come into play. But I don't really think that's going to be the case here, as we do see ESF just really starting to steamroll the rest of the game. So congratulations there to ESF. They are our official winners of the map. And we'll stay on right now for a little bit, as looks like the rest of these teams are going to be able to do so as well. Went on now making his way over there towards that Charlie flag. Going to go ahead and get that burn as quickly as possible. Really not much that they can do in that situation. John, though, will be down below. And you can see him starting to get those frags coming on in. Oh my god. Camera work, Brett. What the heck is going on there? Lots of smoke going to be going down, as you do see a little bit of help coming in now for John. I think they were able to clean out down to that Alpha site. We'll be spotting out the tank as well coming on in. But this is a potential 3-cap on the part here for ESF. Ace really not able to have any kind of a showing into the second round, making quite a few slip-ups. It definitely would have been, at the very least, would have allowed you to have a more competitive game going back and forth. Ace not able to finish off that kill there inside the escalator room. This is probably one of the worst positions for you to be in. We have BC, who's going to be over on top, able to pick up at least one there in the showroom. Picks up a second one as well. That's going to be PTFO. 3-cap has now been completely harnessed here. Nobody's going to be in the backfield, so all three of these infantry players, they can either stay there if they want to, but this little bird can pretty much just patrol every little bit of movement that's going to be coming out across the water and clean up every one of those players. Does look like John going to go ahead and back on in, get a couple of reps going down onto his tank. Could see some dead spawns coming in. No dead spawns. John is going to need some help here in just a few seconds, as we do have a massive infantry push coming in from Ace as well as their tank. Going to be a lot of rockets. And wow, Ace is just being super slow here onto this push. Beastie will end up going down as he tries and throws a rocket. John, though, needs to be careful, as he might getting shot from behind, but no, he's going to go ahead and push on in. Oh, does he hit those slams right there to his left? He does. So that's going to be some initial damage coming in that he wasn't expecting. Go ahead, back on out, as he's like, you know what, I don't really like this fight, but he might be running into some infantry players coming in back behind. Wow, no slams are put down, really? Wow. So Ace just completely left that unguarded, as I really don't know why they didn't put some mines or some slams down in that position, but Wintal will be able to clean up this one player trying to go for a back rage. Not going to happen there, my man, as PTFO will go ahead, set up on top, waiting for anybody to come in through these elevators, which might happen here in just a few seconds. But with 23 tickets on the board, pretty unlikely that anything is going to change here. Yeah, you do see the players from Ace going to go ahead, get up inside the elevators. So far, they have managed to get a little bit of a foothold here. No spawns coming out just yet. Spots at his teammate, actually shooting at his teammate. Oh my gosh. A little bit trigger happy there. Spotting out 3 players across the way. There's the GGs coming out. 4 tickets left to go. And this is going to be wrapped up in a nice pretty bow. ESF dominating. Dominating. As they will be able to finish that out in fantastic fashion. Over 300 tickets, counting both of those rounds. So anyways, guys, fantastic match right there. Hope you did appreciate the game. We are going to be having up more later on this week. I believe we are going to be having a cast on Thursday. Like I said, we'll try and get that Uranus versus ESF squad match going. It's going to be both teams undefeated. That should be a pretty good one there. And of course, we are going to be having 2 more rounds after round number 5, which all should be interesting matches as well. Going into the playoffs, remember playoffs are going to be on the 15th and the 16th, so if you guys are interested in checking those out, it's best of the best for both the Americas and the Europes. Wow. Oh, the European side of things are going to be participating. Sleep, guys. I need sleep. You know, I know Gump has been up since, all hell, but I need my 8 hours. I have not gotten my 8 hours of sleep today. Anywho's, I've been Brett FX casting for Auzom GG. Hope you did appreciate and like the stream. If you did, make sure you follow the channel as we will be going live for future events Thursday. Like I said, keep a lookout on the Twitter at BrettFX, at Auzom_GG, and we will let you know when everything is going down. So guys, take it easy, have a good evening, and we'll see you next time.